All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Broadway World.
Broadway
World!
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Josh Gad and Andrew Rannells are returning to Broadway in the hilarious Gutenberg the Musical by Anthony King and Scott Brown. Under the direction of Alex Timbers, it'll play for 20 weeks only beginning on September 15th at the James Earl Jones Theatre, and I caught up with all of them during a break in rehearsal.
I actually could not believe it that Andrew said yes, and more importantly, that I said yes.
Yes. We couldn't do a two-person show with just one of us.
We tried.
That's the truth.
We both tried. And despite our ego's best efforts, the contract stipulated it had to be a two-person
There are two
show.
characters.
There are two characters, and Andrew had to ultimately play one of them.
So
And I
got him.
Yes. So he fleeced me, as the kids say. I don't know a child who uses that term,
But maybe.
yeah.
I think my grandmother used that word.
Yeah.
Fleeced?
Yeah.
Sure.
Fleeced, to be
Yeah.
fleeced.
Yeah.
Being in the rehearsal room together, seriously,
Yes.
with Alex Timbers, I mean, how do you keep straight faces in there?
We don't. We don't.
I don't think I've quite literally collapsed laughing as much as I have on this show.
No,
There have
and-
been a couple of times where I will fall to the floor in a fit of laughter and bring the entire thing to a halt, which is not conducive to actually building a Broadway show.
But nobody makes me laugh like Josh, and I just laugh at him all day. And sometimes to the detriment of our rehearsal process.
Yeah.
We do often just have to stop and catch our breath and
But the good news
we like
is,
to
is
tell
the
stories.
good news is there's a lot of necessity for catching our breath during this show.
True.
It's the most physically challenging show I've done
yeah,
since my one-man production of Steel Magnolias. So
which was beautiful.
thank you. So
Really beautiful.
I am constantly looking to do trust falls with Andrew. Sometimes he catches me, sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes he does it when I'm not there.
But Andrew, tell me what this show's about.
what this show is about?
Yes. If I'm
We're from
buying
the
a
waist
ticket,
up.
Oh, right, great.
If I'm
From the
buying a
chest up.
ticket,
Because we're not wearing pants.
yeah. If say I want to buy a ticket to
Yeah.
Gutenberg the musical, sell me.
Okay. Gutenberg the Musical is a two-person show
No.
starring this guy and this guy.
Yes.
And it is about two guys who have written a musical and are performing all of the parts.
And Andrew, where
singing
could I
all
get
of the
tickets for
songs.
said musical?
Well, you can find information at Gutenberg.com. Yeah.
And let's say I wanted to take the Taylor Swift ticket sale approach. Could I go on Ticketmaster?
If you want to pay $2,500 a ticket, reach out to Josh and I directly.
Thank you.
And
We'll do those transactions.
we can do those
internally.
personally.
And
But we're excited. I mean, this is we're wrapping up our. I mean, it's scary to say we are wrapping up our time in the rehearsal room, and
Yes.
about to move into the theater.
it's also
on
scary to
Tuesday.
say we're wrapping up our time on Earth.
Do you know something I don't?
No, but it's just scary to say that.
It is scary to say that.
So I just wanted to point that out.
No, that is a scary statement. That is true.
What have you loved the most of what he's been doing? And what do you love the most of what he's been doing? Like, is there a moment that you just
Andrew
watch?
Rannells
Yeah.
makes me better. He is the truth. And I would never say this to his face, and it pains me that he has to be here for this interview. But Rannells actually elevates everything to a level that makes you want to serve back. I'm not familiar enough with tennis terms.
Yeah.
But this scores love.
Oh,
All.
Josh.
Love all. Is that a thing?
I think it is.
Okay.
I'm not
so it's
super
love
sporty.
all. So he just everything he does is brilliant.
Well,
And
that's not.
and so I try to elevate myself, and most of the time I fail. But as long as I'm trying, my mom says anything can happen.
And for you, what amazed you the most of what he's doing this time around?
Be specific and articulate.
Okay, I am. So there's been a lot of sort of build up. Josh is coming back to Broadway after
I haven't read any
after
of that,
some time away,
Feels like people have been
and we
silent.
have talked a lot about it. And is it are you
Can he still do
excited?
it?
Are you scared? He came in as if no time had passed at all. So any sort of I don't know. He just jumped right in as if it was 13 years ago when we were doing the workshop. Of
My
the Book of
body did
Mormon.
not join me in that effort.
It seems like it did, but no, yeah, he seems to me that you feel, dare I say, most at home on stage. In front of a live
I
audience.
do love an audience,
and it
but,
really
but more importantly,
shows.
I love being with you in front of an audience.
Well, I love being with you.
You're my Ethel Merman,
Thank
and
you.
I'm your gypsy.
I thought you were going to say Mary Martin.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would have made more sense, but he's
I don't
straight.
have enough references.
I got you.
Yeah, but I was proud that I knew she was in Gypsy, so.
That's good. For
I
you,
mean,
too.
that's base level
Yeah.
musical theater knowledge.
You're my Bernadette Peters,
I'll take that.
and I'm your
You could pick a couple people
Steve
here.
Martin.
Great.
That's old school.
You're my Tevye, and I'm your Chava.
But then she leaves him.
She takes the train, doesn't
She
she?
takes the train to Siberia.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're my Phantom,
And I'm
and I'm your Caroline. Or change.
No, Christine.
Yep.
her too.
All right. One more thing. Seriously. Yeah.
Yes, all right.
Broadway
Sorry.
is back. No,
Yes.
Broadway's
Yes.
back bigger than
Yes.
bigger,
Yes.
better than ever. Walking by your theater, the James Earl Jones, looking at your pictures, a marquee again, getting ready to walk
Yep.
through that stage door. What it means to the both of you.
Oh my gosh. When we first went over there and saw that marquee, it was, I mean, obviously it made it very real that we are doing the show. But it is exciting to be doing the show at a time where Broadway really does seem like it is come back in a strong way. And we're just, very excited to be a part of this season and to be a part of the community.
All joking aside, the show is, I think, the biggest possible love letter to Broadway of anything I've ever come across. And knowing that this is my return, knowing that it's our return, knowing that it's happening after Broadway took such a heavy hit during the pandemic, it makes it that much more special. I actually said yesterday after we did our first run through, I was like, I think that we originally wanted to do this in 2020, but I was like, it almost needed this sort of reason to exist. And it's really special to get to come back when Broadway itself is rebounding. And I'm honored and thrilled to be back here during this sea change that's happening where it's coming into its own again.